Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the All About Digital Marketing podcast. Really excited that we're still trying out this video format, so please leave a comment below whether you're watching us on YouTube or on any of our social channels and let us know what you think. Today I wanted to talk all about how to create a content calendar. There's a couple of reasons why we recommend and we organize content calendars for all our clients here at Social Inc. The simplicity of having a content calendar means that you don't have to procrastinate, you don't have to come up with ideas on the fly, you don't have to suddenly find yourself in panic mode, desperately trying to figure out what you're going to tweet about or what you're going to blog about today. The idea of a content calendar, simply put, is to have the next week, 2 weeks, month set up in advance so that you know what it is that you're creating and what you're creating for. One thing that we think is really important, and actually we encourage everybody to try and do, is not just to create the calendar so that you know what you're going to create, but also to create the calendar so as you can work in advance as much as possible at creating that content, so as you always have a scheduled amount of content ahead of the game ready for you, and making sure that all your platforms, your channels, whether it be your blog, your Facebook, your Twitter, constantly has that content going up online for you. So how do we create a content calendar? Well, before you go out there and spend money on a platform that you think you desperately need to make this happen, don't. In its most simplistic form, a content calendar is simply a calendar. And we can create calendars really easily. We can use things like Google Drive as a spreadsheet. We can use Excel if you prefer. We can use even simple project management software that will give you free access to a certain amount of services. So things like, for example, Asana or Trello or Notion even. Those kind of platforms will allow you to create what's called a Kanban. So a very simplistic to be made, ready to go, or anything like that. But the reality of a calendar is exactly that. It's supposed to tell us on what day, what's happening. That's all we're trying to achieve. So at Social Inc, we have used for a long time Google Sheets. It's a great way to collaborate with other people, and it's a great way to make sure that your content is all in one place that you can see easily. And recently we have moved to Notion because we're enjoying that for a whole ream of reasons, but a whole different series of project management software things that we wanted to be able to do. But when it comes to a content calendar, we're looking to try and keep it super simple. We just want the dates going along or going down, depending on how you prefer to see it. And then we want to know what content is going where. Simple as that, right? When it comes to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, your video creation, blog writing, whatever it might be, creating the ideas, knowing what it is that you want to actually make, what you want to write, what you want to video edit, what you want to record for a podcast, and then knowing when that's going to be going out and what those steps look like, can be a really powerful way to create that Kanban system so as you can take each of those through the different stages. So to think about it in this way would be, for example, ideas. So we could have a long list of ideas that we're trying to create or things that we want to create. And then we could have drafted, let's say for blog articles, so that we know that we've written that first draft. We could then have checked or approved if you have a multi-level in your company, or for example, if you're getting an outside third party to write your blog content for you. And then at that point, you can have scheduled, ready to go. That's when you know it's already been uploaded to your website and all that needs to happen is publish. And then we can have our publish date. But at every stage along that system, we can have the date included in that particular card so that we can know exactly when it is that needs to happen by. I think it's really important to work for at least 2 weeks ahead of the game. It's what we use in our company, it's what we use as an agency, it's what we use for ourselves, and even sometimes we go as far as 4 weeks ahead. The reason I say that is you're going to remove all the pressure. Yep, it can be a little bit of a pain. You have to front load the work, you have to front load the effort. But how good is it to be able to front load the effort and the work, say by spending a whole day creating content, but knowing that then you have the next 4 weeks content done, and more importantly, you have the next 4 weeks to be able to find another day to be able to create the following 4 weeks. Don't overcomplicate your content calendar. This is something that we see time and time again, People want fancy systems with all sorts of cool reminders and all sorts of things happening. Keep it really simple. To start with, all you need, like I said, is a spreadsheet. And what I'll do, in fact, is I'll put a link in the description to one of our example sheets that you can download for the rest of 2020. And again, you can use that system really, really easily to just identify what content is going where, at what time, or what day. That's the bulk of it. People don't realize, and they want to have something that has all these automations and tools, and it embeds and links and does all sorts of other things. Sometimes the most simple thing is just to know what's happening when. By having that in front of you, you can then plan out and map out what you want your week, your month, your next 3 months to look like. And then you can start creating the content that you need to go with that. So again, don't overcomplicate. Don't go out and spend thousands or hundreds of dollars on a software or a tool or a service right now. If you're simply trying to figure out how to create a content calendar, use something as simple as a spreadsheet. Put the dates down the side, include the platforms that you want to share the content onto, and simply start creating that content. Ultimately, most of us will use excuses. We all do it, don't worry. We've been known to do it. Everyone I know has been known to do it. But we use excuses that we need this cool tool, or we need this shiny new software or something else to make these things happen. We really don't. We just want to have a mapped out view of what it is that we're posting, where it is that we're going to post it. And then we can use something as simple as a scheduler tool, which again, you can get free services that are available online if you're only using 1, 2, 3, 4 channels. And you can start to get that content out of your content planner into a scheduler, and that's it. It's free. It just takes you and a little bit of time to put this together. So if you have any questions about this and you want to find out more, simply hit us up on all the social media channels at allaboutdigimar. We'll have links down in the bottom for this video, but also if you're listening to this on the podcast, let us know how it goes. Let us know how you set yours up. And again, check out the link in the description. You will find access to a calendar that's already been made for you, and it will just allow you to get started. I think that's the most important thing. Try it out, use it. If you don't like it, make your own. If you want to edit it, make it yours. Again, it's just about not spending money or wasting time procrastinating in how you're going to do this, and more importantly, creating more content that goes into that calendar. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe and enjoy making your content calendar.